Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chalice 45, round 1 replay between Jannus's Skaven and Alma's Dark Elves. The Dark Elves have won the toss and chose to receive the ball. Let's switch over to their side of the pitch. And let's see what we've got here. The Dark Elves have 11 players. Always a little bit scared of that, isn't it? Presumably an Apo. We'll see the inducements in a moment, though. We'll see the extras in a moment. We got a blodge step, diving tackle, tackle blitzer. Ooh, a blodge step, leap, edge, move blitzer. That's pretty cool. A blodge step, tackle, mighty blow blitzer. Very nice. The skulls have disappeared. Fantastic. And a blodge guard blitzer. So pretty cool set of blitzers. Very nice set of blitzers. Blodge step, witch, just the one witch. We have taken down a few players, it looks like. A couple of loners here. Couple of journeymen. We got a kick, lino, a blodge step lino, and a block lino. The rats have 14 players. A couple of rowdy sack gut runners, Rog strip dauntless, and Rog tackle leap dauntless. A blodge step gutter, a blodge step move edge gutter to match up against the blodge step move edge gutter blitzer of the Dark Elves. Block leader thrower for a total of 4 rerolls. Wrestle Lino. Rookie Storm Vermin. Ooh. Mighty Blow Claw. Strength Tackle Storm Vermin. Pretty tasty. Okay, let's see how they set up. Let's see what we've got. Alma was the underdog by the looks of it. Has a couple of babes. And the rats have won the fame. So Alma with the Dark Elves choosing to go on offense. Against the Rats. Dark Elves are pretty fighty, aren't they? You'd imagine that they'll, they should be winning the fight against the Rats, shouldn't they? But obviously the Rats have that little bit of X factor with the gut runners. And they do have, of course, a tackle, mighty blow, claw blitz every turn. So in terms of attrition, they may well not do so badly. But with all the blodge step and that kind of thing, the elves can definitely get in the rat faces, and the rats won't want to be involved in a brawl here, really. With all their rubbish strength 3, edge 3 rookie linos. Ah, great. Hey, good morning. Somebody else said I was muted. I think it turned out they were trolling me, but when you said that, I was like, oh, am I actually muted? Yeah, do more strategy ones later on. Yeah, maybe, and maybe I can take my time a bit more with the later casts. It's just with, even with us splitting the games, 16 games apiece is a lot to do. And I didn't do them well last time out. I mean, obviously I was completely obsessed with the Nurgle team. Taking it a bit easy this season, so hopefully she'll get all 16 done. So, ooh, wow! I was going to say a dry LOS for the Dark Elves, but it's worse than that. Reroll down turn 1, and all the rats remain on the pitch. Very cool start for the rats. Always a massive hit, I think, mentally. If you don't move anybody, particularly if you're playing a fairly bashy team. If you don't move anybody on your offense, and then you get an instant removal against you, turn 1. Instantly, players down. Always a bit of a tough one to get through. Let's see if that does come to pass. Going for the soft target. Gets the follow-up hit as well, but doesn't need it. Lino goes down. And stays on the pitch. Okay, 11 versus 11. Interested to see how the rats play this. Will they just screen off a bit? Will they go ham for the ball? Looks like we're going to be fairly passive here, doesn't it? We've got these pretty aggro sackers, of course, but especially with sidestep, it's going to be really difficult to get this ball down and retrieve it, I think, with all these elves around. There aren't any particularly good retrieval gut runners either, are there? No edge 5s or anything like that. Not even a sure hands. So it looks like the rat's going to play this one fairly safe. Happy to trade blitzers for now. And down goes a rat. Of course, trading blitzers is not really beneficial for the rats this drive, but overall, 3 bench versus 0. You know, if they're removing rats apace, if they're moving elves apace with the rate at which the elves are moving the rats, then they could well do very well long term, couldn't they? And of course, they do always have a strong one-turner. We've got multiple sidesteps here. Now, the move 9 one-turn, especially move 9 sidestep, is very much possible with a 3 sidestep LOS. Of course, Alma could maybe do something a bit stronger than that. We'll see when the time comes. Actually, quite hope that we get to see the defense and the offensive setups for the one turn. Will be very interesting to look at. I say that the split up sidesteps, the 3 together sidesteps, very possible. The sidesteps with the gaps in between, harder, but I'm sure that it's got to be still possible with move 9. Move 9 sidestep in particular, and add 4 rats to fill the holes. Anyway, we'll see. That's a way away. In comes the Claw Mighty just to stun again. Rats continue just to take a fairly passive approach. Is fair play. Sidestepper covering the edge of the pitch. I guess you've got to think about what is the long term with this approach. It kind of is saying that, you know, the Dark Elves are probably going to have an easiest, especially if they keep removing rats, an easy-ish, you know, drive here, at least in the early stages. But not putting the rats too much at risk, and, you know, being able to trade, you know, Mighty Blow on the Lino rats, of course. Same chance of removal as Mighty Blow on the defenseless elves, although this turn... Oh, he could go for the kicker, I guess. Actually, going for the kicker pretty strong, right? With a 1 turn in mind. The other thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could leave your tackle Mighty Blow somewhat exposed. And also maybe a little out of position for next turn. Looks like he'll go for the sidestep instead. Given that he's just stood this rat up. Does get the power, that's always the danger, isn't it? Might have been willing to throw in the reroll there. And does get the removal. Just a KO. But the rats strike back. In on the Vermin this time. Ooh, and not only does it have armor 8, of course it has block as well. Block, the best kill skill in the game. Maybe the best defensive skill as well. Still Vermin survives. We continue to play pretty patient game. In the elf mirrors, you often think that, you know, nothing much matters, right? Until the end of the half. And yeah, it's kind of being borne out here, isn't it? Nothing much the rats can do to... Oh, go for the surf. Okay, fair play. Nothing much the rats can do to interfere with the ball or anything. And even the Dark Elves, which are a bit slower than most elves, are always going to have a strong chance of scoring late on, aren't they? So, just kind of all going to come down to that last couple of turns. Off goes a Lino, though. Again, just a KO. But evened up on the pitch. 9 versus 9 now. The rats keep a nice tight screen. We have got a loner Lino up the pitch from the Dark Elves, which the rats are completely ignoring, which is fair. He's not a massively realistic scoring threat. Of course, the rats would be absolutely overjoyed to see the Dark Elves score this turn, or next turn, or the turn after. Or all they want, the only thing they want to avoid is a turn 8 score specifically. Anything other than that is pretty amazing for them. But, you know, perhaps this guy could come into play in future turns. You know, helping screen off, you know, this kind of thing. It looks like he is gonna, yeah, rejoin the group here. As we see another rat go down. As the teams get smaller, it generally favors the team without the ball. It becomes easier to sack. But I don't think, you know, I don't think they've become small enough yet for that really to be an issue. And the Dark Elves do still have a bit of a man's advantage. Ooh, do we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7? Oh, I mean, we've got a double dodge, double GFI 2D on the ball. I mean, like Alma probably leaving this on, right? Not sure it needed to be left on, and I would be tempted. Oh, we're just going for the. Oh, he's not got sure hands. Okay, we're just going for the strip. Was this a mistake? Oh, even Dauntless. Okay, oof. Well, this was. Yeah, I was looking at the Storm Vermin. Not needed. Yeah, strip versus no sure hands. Yeah. And yeah, this looks like a mistaken identity again, doesn't it? A bit like last game. Was the ball carrier meant to be one of these two? Maybe this guy in the Venga bus. Not sure, but either way, the rats get the ball down. Don't get the retrieval. I guess there wasn't any gut runner that close other than this one, and of course a really problematic scatter for them. Yeah, well, favors the team on defense, whichever one that is. In a given drive. Of course, if they're trading removals, it favors the rats pretty heavily because they have the big bench. But so far, the Dark Elves have done a bit better on the removals. Right, ball back in the hands of well, in the hands of the Blodgestep DT one. It looks like the rats are just going back to picking off the elves. Would have been tempted to chuck in the reroll there. Maybe he's thinking about going for something on the ball next turn and pumping the reroll in, and then leaving himself 2 for the riot. Or maybe he wants to roll some more dice this turn, or maybe he just didn't want to turn over there. It just seems like a bit hard to stop this. I guess it's going to come down to the rats going for something next turn. But it's probably going to be something pretty low odds, I think. Lots of elves around to nicely protect the ball. I didn't see how close the runner was, to be honest. I don't know. They had to dodge in. Was it even a 6 plus? Or at least a 5 plus, wasn't it? Might have been either 5 or 6 dodge in and a 5 or 6 pickup. I don't know. On a 6, almost certainly not. On a 5, maybe. Problem is, one of your gut runners, like, he's done pretty well to keep his gutters safe so far, hasn't he? And one of them gets hammered with... Oh, he's got a... Oh, he's not got a natty. I completely... How did I miss this guy? Oh, I didn't miss this guy. I talked about this guy. But he took him off the defense. Okay. So, right. So, yeah, okay. So, okay, so the one turn is very much on then. Regardless of what he does. Obviously, he does need one push. But one push is usually pretty easy, isn't it? Even against sidestep. So yeah, quite the screen here. We are going for it. Fair play. I guess yeah, it's not bad, is it? You know, what was that? 4-3-4. It's actually not bad. Could this guy have been 1 square over? Here makes it a bit trickier, doesn't it? But yeah, rats go for it and don't get it. And looks like we're going to try and mighty blow the claw mighty blow. Nothing doing. In goes the touchdown. Can't believe we kept it on DT. What, you would rather have the DT like defending the ball? I guess. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still on a lodge stepper, isn't it? And if you go for the handoff, then you definitely can't go for it on the sideline if that's where you want to put the ball. And even if you do go for it in a safer spot, you know, it's a 3%, isn't it? When you've got that many elves to cover the ball anyway, you know, maybe you can live with it just being on the DT. All right, so elves are down to 1. Sorry, no, they're not. Elves are down 1, which is pretty critical. No full backline, although we do have, yeah, a couple of tackles if he wants to put them in on the edges. Because right now, obviously, we get the 2+ dodgers down the outside. This is the way to go right now, isn't it? Could swap this one out for the tackle one. But maybe the tackle DT on the line does something. So close. I feel like this is probably the worst possible way to go, right? Having them close up. At least if you have a gap in between them, then it maybe forces some dodgers or something to fill holes. You gotta fill the gap in, haven't you? At least this way, no dodgers required. We can really easily just fill all these squares and chain through, can't we? And we can probably get at least one more hit as well if we want it. So I'm not sure there's a whole lot you can do, but yeah, definitely spread at least. And then maybe you could forego the back line, which is really not doing too much anyway, especially without tackle on the side. And try and, you know, get some players in close here behind the front line to make it difficult to fill all the squares. And leave your elves some sidestep options. Where the rats don't want them to go. Ooh, high kick. Don't get the catch, and it's quite deep. I mean, okay, they're rats. You know, deep is... oh, no. Oh, no. Oof, I don't know what... Oh... Well, this was a bit poor as well, I think. I mean, okay, so in the end we got the 181 anyway, but I really don't understand. Like, I guess we were doing whole method or something, but it's completely necessary, right? We can just blitz through this way. We can just blitz this way with the blitzer, and then just push him directly with sidestep. So, was looking for one more push than was really required there. And would have been tricky to fill the squares, surely. So, yeah. But did get the Warrior 81. So, either way, not happening, was it? I say that... Yeah, I think with a sidestep it would be very difficult to set up for, like, redraws, wouldn't it? I don't think any redraws would... no. Could have happened. Probably not. But there we go. No one turn for the rats. They are still full 11. The Dark Elves get their KO back. They're on 11 as well. Let's head over to the rats perspective. And yeah, I feel like the rats will struggle a lot more on their offense than the Dark Elves. Because the Dark Elves can put so much pressure on the rubbish Edge 3 players, right? I guess this ties into a bit to KLCD's question as well, I guess. I think it still favors the offensive, the defensive team. But maybe it favors the Elf defense more than the Rat defense if both players were down. If both teams are down the same number of players. Because the Delphs can put a lot more pressure on the Rat offense in general than the Rats can put on the Elf offense, and, you know, lower players just acts as like a multiplier for that, doesn't it? Looks like we're carrying on the move 10. Makes sense. Fast, agile lodge stepper, pretty good for carrying the ball. No strip for... Oh, there's actually a move bust here that I didn't realise on the Witch. And on the kick lino. Oh, and on this lino, it's a very it's an even slower than usual Dark Elf team. 3 move busts. No injuries on the rats. Just a move bust over here. Ooh, is that a... Ooh, could we have put the kick rat on? I guess we want to keep the kick rat safe. I might have been tempted to put the kick rat on for either the edge bust or the move bust. Probably the move bust. Just because you have to make this drive stick, right? So I'd probably throw in everything. That one square of movement on a line rat might make the difference. But yeah, there we go. Elf off the pitch. Line rat claims a victim. So the rats are upper player, and they need to be. If this is me, I'm probably going in pretty heavy here. Pretty early with the Dark Elves. Looks like Armor's going to hold off a little bit. Just a bit of a screen. And go for the leader. Yeah. Slightly hard to target, but fair play. It's quite a bit of a better rat, isn't it? Getting one of the rerolls off the pitch would be cool. And we're putting a bit of pressure on this guy. Yeah, I have to say, I would be pretty tempted. I would be pretty tempted with what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 side steps, 5 blodge steps, and a guard. I'd be pretty tempted to get all over these rats ASAP. And start really asking questions of these Edge 3, Strength 3 line rats. Because at the end of the day, if you're trading, you know, one-on-one blitzers, it's kind of, you know, either not favorable or just like equally favorable, isn't it? No, I mean, for sure the Dark Elves could change gear, couldn't they? Could definitely change gear, you know, throughout the half. But don't really see any reason not to get involved straight away. Goes for the big hit on the colour, fair play. Goes for the reroll, fair play, I think. Especially because your leader might not last that long on the pitch. So lead reroll is gone. You know, had a nice shot at the most dangerous elf to the health of your team. Didn't get it. So a little unlucky there for the rats. No revenge for the tackle mighty blow. Just a knockdown. Again, sort of choosing some... Well, I guess actually we're going in a bit more here, aren't we? Just keeping the... keeping some of the nicer players safe. Yeah, a little bit of a half-mans. I feel like if you're committing all these players, you know, chuck these ones in as well, right? Yeah, we could really put them in a bit of trouble here, couldn't you? Turn this half pressure into full pressure. One in here and one round there. Something like that. Yeah, the rats do get a hit back on the guard. Nothing doing, though. Alma still has the upper right, yep. So, pretty fine with the rats so far. Nothing too much, nothing too bad happening for them. They are still a man up, right? Yep, they are still a player up, which is pretty amazing. Are we going to see a gutter blitz here? Got to be pretty tempting. Maybe this lovely 4 skull gutter. Or could be the blodge stepper. Yeah, I like this one, to be honest. Just get the pow. The rats also have their apo, don't they? Not needed. Got one of survives. Right, so now it's an all man's. Pretty much. Little bit surprised that one of these two didn't tag the the line over here, but still plenty of pressure for the rats this turn. Now they're in a bit of trouble, aren't they? Just going to hit on the witch. What? Oh, goes. Yeah, I guess the 189 doesn't even reroll. I guess it's fair. Like, what are you gonna do, even if you don't fail that, right? It's trouble for the rats now. It really is. But like, even if you power that witch right, like, what are you gonna do? Dodge your rats out or something? It's a horrible spot, isn't it?
Moo.
Moo! Thank you very much, Toto. For the rowdy 5 so very, very much appreciated. Good morning. I hope you are doing well. We're just currently watching a Chalice replay. Round 1, Alma versus Jannus, Dark Elves versus Rats. But yeah, thank you very much for the sub. Very much appreciated. And yeah, Rats in a whole world of trouble here. The Dark Elves have come to play. They've come in with their strength advantage and their blodge step and their guard. Ooh, and they do get a skulls, which would have relieved some of the pressure. But reroll is in. Oh, are we, I imagine we just take the mighty blow hit. Are we going? Oh, we're going to go for the, okay, going to go for this one. Fair play. I wondered if we were heading down towards the ball, but yeah, big hit. Even a foul? Are we going for the foul? Oh, don't need to. Yes, we do, because this is an Apo. I mean, I wouldn't foul it, but yeah, there's the Apo. Very strong Apo. Pin the gutter's pretty cool. Still going for the foul. Well, you know, it's pretty nice outcome. The reason I don't like the foul is that I think every turn here we should be maxing pressure. And having all these players stood around doing nothing this turn, I don't like so much. So I'd have probably got this lino either maybe screening a bit here or you know, locking this guy down a bit more, something like that. Since the guy was stunned, right? You know, I really love the foul if he's not stunned, because that just adds into the pressure, doesn't it? Well, no, fair play. Getting off the pitch is really strong as well. Alright. We got a... Oh, we're just going for it, yeah. I guess we're just... Oh, no, we could just hang out here. Yeah, okay. Hang out here this turn. I wondered if he was out of range of the elves, but he's not, is he? But we have our scoring thread in. Ball is, ball's pretty safe, isn't it? I guess Alma could go for this if he wanted to. Interesting to see if he takes this on. It's not that hard, is it? Just a leap in for 2D on the ball. Of course, no offensive skulls, no tackle. Having said that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A bit tricky to come around the back with this guy, I think. Oh no, I miscounted. It would only be a 3+. But yeah, fair play. In a strong position. Feels like it doesn't have to go for it, looks like. I think the Rats, it's going to come down to scoring next turn or not scoring potentially for the Rats here, isn't it? They are rapidly losing players. Pressure's cranked up. And if they do score next turn, then, you know, Alma probably pretty happy with taking the 3 turns on defense. Doesn't want to go for the low odds sack and use a reroll or something. Which is fair. And, I wonder if we'd see the reroll on the GFI there. That's interesting. Probably not. The only problem with just having this one guy back, if he'd failed the GFI, is that there would have been stall on for the Elves then, potentially, wouldn't they? For the Rats, sorry. Okay, looking at a bit of a switch. So will the Rats try this score, or are they just going to try and keep the ball safe? I think the ball has to go down the pitch if they want it safe, really. I guess the leader can come around, but with this based up... okay. Pretty strong. It's away from the Elves, isn't it? Nice. It's pretty good. And the Blodge does escape as well, and it can come down. Yeah, I always like this, you know. If you getting the scoring thread in, you know, you always have the option of just bringing it back down, don't you? Especially if it's a faster player, bringing it back down to help out being part of the cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could do the 3+ through. The 3+ through for the ball. From what we've seen from Armor so far, you'd imagine not. But yeah, nice turn from the rats, I think, using their speed well to get away from the slower Dark Elves. Getting the ball safe mostly by virtue of it being far away. Other options that we could just come in with a oh, it's a 5+, isn't it, actually? Yeah, just jamming this guy in seems pretty cool. Oh no, he's going for the 3-3. Nice. Okay, cool. Gets the 3-3 through. No power though. Pretty unlucky. Yeah, nice spot. Are we doing? Do we do the 4+ there or to there? I guess it's pretty scary. And I guess if this guy gets in, we're not in a bad spot. But now it looks like pretty high odds. Oh! Oh, okay, so fails the 3+, makes the 3+. Of course, tackle sucks the reroll. We have... no, okay, no. We can screen off. Oh, Dauntless fail. Oh, and a 1 on the block, though. That's pretty rough. And now the ball in all kinds of trouble. Quite an awkward turn for the rats there. Yeah, fair play. They had some dice roll, didn't they? Yeah, not rolled successfully. Nice chain to... Oh, okay, well, to avoid the dodge and avoid the GFI. But sadly, the 1 in 9 ends that. So, dodge required. And he's successful. GFI is in as well. And the POW. Second attempt on the ball. Gets the knockdown and the stun. And the Edge 5 movement 8 is there for retrieval. The Wrestle Gutter is down. Where's the other one? Is he out? I think the other Wrestle Gutter is out, isn't it? When did that go out? But he is out. So, barring a snake here on the pickup, it's looking extremely bad for the rats, isn't it? And, well, we're looking at uphulls, I guess. There's not even an assist in range, is there? So, looking for the straight up, as we see a snake for the elves, pretty irrelevant. Looking for a straight up 1 in 36. Thought those were bad. Here comes the Gutter Runner. Gets 1 POW into pushers, and there we go. And the elves have it. Yeah, tough offense for the rats, right? Like, once those elves got involved with the rats, it's tricky, isn't it? You can run around a bit, but those Linos suffer so much, and the other blitzers being Edge 3, Strength 3. And to be fair, they did real well. You know, they used their movement really well, I think. They gave themselves a chance. And yeah, just a bit of a gnarly turn to end up getting sacked. Of course, Armor did have the chance already on the ball, but it's fair play. Like, it's a tricky offense here for the rats. You know, probably something, unless you get really lucky with the removals, then probably something is going to be left on at some point. And with a sidestep and everything, it wasn't the scariest thing ever for the rats. But yeah, there we go. Congratulations, Alma. Moves on to the next round with the Dark Elves. Jannus goes out with the rats. And yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you for the next game.